It's been a few years since we've driven the Abarth version of the Fiat 500. In the intervening period, there were a few new things with Fiat and the Abarth to look at. The last time I drove the Abarth, there were only two Fiat models available in the US. You had the Fiat 500 and the 500 Abarth, and that was it. Today, beyond the base 500 and the Abarth, they also have the 500C, the 500E, the 500L, and the 500X. David Bolt recently drove and reviewed the 500X, and I also had the chance to drive it during our annual truck rodeo. We both see this as one of the best Fiats for the Texas driver, even though it didn't take home the trophy at the event. Of course, a driving enthusiast, like myself and many of our readers, are looking for something with a little more grunt, a little more flash. In short, something with an Abarth badge on it. And that brings us to the 2015 Abarth. New to the 2015 Abarth are some improvements inside, along with an available automatic transmission, which is basically the subject of our test. Driving purists are obviously going to be disappointed with this. The way to go is a manual transmission, especially in a small, nimble vehicle such as this. Those were my initial thoughts also, but keep listening. I'm not often wrong, but there's always a first time. New to the interior is a 7-inch fully digital driver information display, which presents speed, RPM, fuel level, engine coolant temperature, current time, date, ambient temperature, and mileage. It's a cool looking setup, making the interior more modern. The steering wheel is beefy with a flat bottom, mimicking the look and feel of a racing wheel. It helps you get in the right mood for this sporty little hatch, and it feels great in the hands. One of my biggest complaints with the interior of the Fiat 500 when it was first introduced is a large piece of plastic that extends from the steering wheel to the passenger side door. This has always reminded me of a PT Cruiser, and it bugs me. But it must have grown on me because it really didn't bug me that much in this 500 Abarth. The seats are comfortable, and surprisingly, there's a good amount of room inside. The Abarth's exterior offers your basic 500 styling with a little more aggression and, of course, those incredible Abarth badges all over the car. Under the hood is the same 1.4 liter 16 valve multi-turbo engine pushing 160 horsepower. Obviously, our car was equipped with the automatic transmission. I actually prefer this setup, but only because it's so hard for me to get comfortable with the manual pedal setup. For me, whether it's the seat or the arrangement of the pedals, the last time I drove one gave me pains and fatigue very quickly. With the auto, it was much more comfortable. So what does the Abarth do well? Taking corners and feeling like a really fun car to drive. There is a little bit of body roll coming out of a corner, to be expected for as tall as it is with such a relatively narrow track. But the car sticks well, brakes well, and has good power to pull you out of the corner. And if you want more power, and who doesn't, a growing number of aftermarket companies, such as our friends at Road Race Motorsports, are producing a variety of aftermarket pieces for the Abarth. The sticker price on our car was $27,925, good for a car that sounds, drives, and looks like this, but it's not the only small sporty car on the market today for under $30K. Although a fun car, I don't think it's the best car in its segment. The Ford Fiesta ST is quicker and feels more agile, and the Golf GTI, also much faster, has more agility and a more grown-up feel. On the flip side, if you're just looking for a small car to tool around town, you may just want the base 500 or even the 500X. The Abarth seems like almost too much of a toy with its loud exhaust note to be a great everyday driver in town, and just can't hold its own as a sporty hatch. Thanks for checking out this quick look of the 2015 Fiat 500 Abarth. Be sure to check out the full review on txGarage.com and subscribe to us here on YouTube for more reviews like this 2016 Kia Optima we're sitting in. Thanks.